Hey folks, I've been giving a lot of thought to violence lately. Not that I wanted to commit any violence myself, but with everything going on, I've been doing a lot of research, I've been doing a lot of reading, trying to figure out what's happening and where it comes from and how it occurs and what causes it to flare up. And I was thinking about what's going on and the violence that's going on in Israel and Gaza and the West Bank. And I was trying to figure out, okay, why did it flare up? What happened that this flared up? The World Health Organization recognizes four main types of violence. Physical violence, you get the idea. Use your imagination. Bombs, guns, explosion, punches, slaps, kicks, throws, physical violence. Sexual violence. We here in the West are just finally beginning to wrap our head around exactly what sexual violence means so that we can hopefully grow, prevent it in the future. Psychological violence. This is one that we're just beginning to touch on. We're just beginning to understand and we're just beginning to accept that psychological violence is out there. It does happen. But the fourth one is called deprivation. The violence of deprivation. The violence of deprivation is when one person or power, one people group, one authority, exercises a power over another person or people group in such a way that they control that other people group's ability to live. They control things like food and water. They control the economy. They control that person or people's ability to trade with others, to work, to buy and to sell. They control that other people group's housing, where they can live, how long they can be there, the conditions of their household. They control the necessities of life. In some cases, they control electricity, charging exorbitant fees for it, or limiting a person's access to it. Communication. They control access to information. They control the ability to travel, the ability to transport. This form of violence doesn't necessarily get the press that it probably should. But this form of violence, like all of the others, works not only to destroy a person, but it works to destroy where they come from. It works to destroy their identity. It works to destroy their future. Limits possibilities and opportunities. This type of violence leads to a person or people losing hope, feeling helpless. This type of violence, this violence of deprivation, is an intentional act. For whatever the reasons are behind it, for whatever reasons exist behind it that say we need to do something like this, the violence is an intentional act. This type of violence does leave scars. This type of violence rarely ever gets seen as a flare-up. It's always there. It's always there when one group of people exercise authority over another group of people. We're seeing it in the world today. We have seen it in the world in the past, over and over and over again. And if we don't learn from it, if we don't stand up against it, we will see it again in the future. You don't have to shoot somebody to hurt them. You don't have to blow someone up to hurt them. You don't have to bomb someone to hurt them. Take away their ability to live like a human being. That hurts them too. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you. May you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that wherever and whenever we find ourselves in a position, that we will speak up and speak out against this heinous form of violence. Amen.